Hi guys, it's your boy Alano B, the Billionaire. So today I just want to highlight a few things that I feel they are really important in this time of Corona pandemic. Uh, I have a question. What will you do if you are the president of the United States of America right now? What will be your reaction, and how will you handle this thing? Because the pressure at the moment, if you're not passionate enough about the job, giving up is very, very, very easy. And just for me, I'll just say Trump has really tried compared to all the African nations president, because the pressure that guy has, the whole world is looking at him, how he handled the situations. And to me is, I'll say he has done it in a fair way, because people will always pressure you just to see how you react to some things. You might react other things out of just, I wouldn't say anger, but because some things are beyond your your capacity, so you end up handling them in a different way. But so far so good. I think when this thing is done, he deserves love. Then secondly, a few things to highlight. Why is it that China has very low death rate, like 2 people only dying, yet another nation has 2,000 plus? Really? What are these people doing so that it can help other nations? How mean are they just to come out and give support to other nations? Because who watches other human beings dying without helping them? It's not fair. Unless we are not getting the right information from the Chinese people. But if that's the right information these guys are giving us, then they better come out and help us handle the situation. People are dying. We have poor countries that are suffering from this. Economy. Countries have stopped. The economy has dropped drastically. How? Because for them it might be in control, but are they able to do businesses with other countries? Just a few things to highlight. For example, Samsung stopped, I think, I read on an article from Reuters. These guys, now they closed all their shops in China because, not of Corona, but because of the competition they're facing from the other production companies that are based in China. And these companies, they produce low-end phones that are more affordable to the people, and the high-end phones like iPhone and Huawei. So if people start now stopping to do production in your country, even if you have internal production, you also need those external investors to come and invest in your country, because they really improve in your economy. You see, that's another version of us. Just like also Sony, they stopped the production in China. How they do businesses with other countries, because now the issue is people are afraid of them. For me, I feel like I'm not secure doing business with the Chinese, because I can't watch people dying. Yet these guys, even if they don't have the solutions, what are they doing so that other people can do? Okay, that's just a question to them. Then come back to my African people, man. Wow. Especially when we face this kind of crisis, things that we can always be. I've seen like Kenyan people have started production. Why are we having production right now? And a few months we were importing everything. Does it mean that we have the capability of doing this thing? Is only that we don't want to do? or we have people who are eating the funds to do this? Because I've seen the capacity of us doing it. People are producing masks. This is development. Does this mean that if we face crisis, we shall develop as a country? And I think some of these countries, the first world countries, have developed because of pressure, because of things they have faced. Countries facing tsunami, outbreaks, I think they make people think more by coming up with the best solutions. And we can also do that. Solutions can be found when there's pressure, I think so. Because this one has shows more that we can do it. Then it also shows us that we need to have enough money, because we have fear of spending money because people want lockdown, but other people are fearing that what will other people eat? So which one is the best solution? Having an open, free interaction so that people can get food, or lockdown then waiting for the government to provide? And yet, keep in mind, the government, it can't do that. Just from the things, and that's why we have the government, I think for me, it's running away from lockdown because they know it will be a crisis more than corona. It's something we need to think about it. Businesses are shutting down. Government need to support these businesses, but how do they start supporting them? What are the metrics of you getting funds from the government, and what is the metrics from the government supporting the small businesses? Because how do you know your business is also legit to get funds? We need to develop, and develop very fast. This is just to my people. Let's not compare hustles with entrepreneurships. Entrepreneurship will take us far from this poverty. Hustle is for us to eat and sleep. So if we change our mentality from the normal hustling, just from hand to mouth, to greater visions, I think we shall develop as a continent, and as a country, and as an individual. Think of Bill Gates. Think of Mark Zuckerberg. Those people, they don't think for themselves. They think for the world, and that's why America is great. They have developed solutions for their country, for themselves, and for the world. Africa, we don't have those kind of metrics to develop solutions for the country, individual, and the world. No business. Like very few businesses from Africa operate internationally. And this is always my challenge to entrepreneurs. Please, can you develop systems that will make you will scale your business to greater heights? It's always a challenge watching these when other countries get affected. Africans, we always get affected, not because of we are supposed to be affected, but because we depend on those guys for us to operate. We need to think, we need to change our mental status, and we need to change how we handle things. Because at the moment, for example, recently, Chinese frustrating Africans who are in China. Why? Because we are that low level that we can't even resist. We just have to be oppressed because of our poor mentality or our poor thinking. Do we have solutions to us so that once we are oppressed, we can also develop our own systems? It's just to let everybody think, and let's come up with solutions. It's your boy Alan Obi, the Billionaire. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also keep safe, stay safe. Make sure that your family is safe, so that when we are back, we are all together, and let's create the billion goal. Salano be the billionaire.